show and then enjoy the festival. You know what I mean? And that's how we gonna do it. You know
try
what I
any
mean?
food yet?
Oh, come on!
Qwana? I can't hear you. What's up?
And that's my co-host, my partner.
Hey,
I need
what's
her
up?
up
What's
here.
up?
Right. Bye.
I need her up here. There you go, right there.
All right.
The seat is yours.
Qwana. I was looking for you.
I was looking for you.
Ah,
No ass.
I was like, where the heck she go that fast? You know I had to get food immediately. I ain't eat nothing all day, girl.
What up?
Hey guys, it's your girl Qwana Tatted.
What's up?
Hey. She's also a G-list celebrity right next to me.
Yes.
Out here in PA, so you know.
She might just got you.
Hey, listen.
She might be bigger than you.
I might
gonna hold
be.
you.
You never
Hey,
know.
listen.
But DJ Focus is the thing that DJ Focus is the one who puts everything together, and he puts a lot of people on. So
Yeah.
he has
He's the glue.
many
glue.
many cards that he plays. So it's a little different. He also is part of who helped me become who I am. You know what I
Right,
mean?
exactly.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Don't
You know
know
what
that.
I mean? I always give him his props, but he's also part of the reason why I'm here
Listen,
today.
at the end of
Yeah,
the
that was
day,
no disrespect.
Yeah.
You definitely
at
got
the end of the
got
day,
G-list.
at the end of the day, if the student don't surpass the teacher ain't doing his job
Ain't
right.
doing-
There
Yup.
you go. There you go.
Yes.
That's a
That's
fact.
fine.
Even though she ain't surpassed me yet.
not yet, by next
She
year.
on her way, but not yet. But if
That's
she
what's
don't, I ain't do my job.
Yeah.
It's like people say to me about my son, "Oh yeah, he gonna be this, he gonna be better than you, he gonna be bigger than you." I be better.
As he
Yeah, that's the
should.
goal.
As he
I'm
should.
teaching them for like
Yeah.
next generation is supposed to surpass the first generation.
That's a
You feel
fact.
me? Like so.
My son was just on here singing. Were you here for that?
Oh
or
no, I
you
don't
just
think I
came
seen
was
back?
it.
standing-
I
he was
in the
standing
back.
behind the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, word.
He missed
yeah.
the show.
That was dope.
Yeah, he missed
That's
the
fire.
show.
Singing and stuff, but
He
it's
said,
good vibes.
"Ooh, yeah."
Everybody sing, man. Everybody sing. Go
Not
ahead, Focus.
me.
You can drop something. No?
God didn't bless me with that. Listen, if I could sing, I would already be rich.
Right.
But you said on the podcast you did like beauty pageant, right?
Yes, I used to do pageants when I was younger. I was overall photogenic for Allentown, Pennsylvania.
There you go.
So yes, I had trophies and all that. You know,
That's my dog.
but,
That's my
fire.
dog.
walking on the
Fire.
stage.
My sis right there.
Hey.
Girl, we connected.
So wait, so y'all do the podcast together, the DJ Focus podcast?
Every Thursday.
That's
I'm
my
the
co-host.
co-host.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's actually called the DJ Focus Podcast with Qwana Tatted. That's what it's called.
okay.
That's the full name,
That's the
LLC. You feel me?
LLC.
LLC.
That shit stamped.
Right.
That's the
Nah, that's
stamp
what's
right
up.
there.
What do y'all primarily now? I haven't watched any of the episodes, so what do y'all primarily focus on the podcast? Is it like more music based?
No. Good
I feel
conversation.
Good
like, I feel like it's
conversation.
a lot of high level conversation, and we also talk about music. We talk about what's going on in our community. We talk about hot topics. I think we're a real diverse podcast.
Okay.
Our viewers love tuning in because of that. You know what I mean? We engage with our viewers.
Do y'all cover like trending shit?
Yeah,
Yes,
they,
yes,
they,
we
do,
do.
they do live, so it's like super current. You feel
Yeah,
like
we
you're
do.
in the conversation.
Right. We do a live podcast every week. No pre-recorded. Right on the spot.
I respect the hell out of that.
That's how we go.
I respect
you know
that.
what I mean?
Like, doing that shit live is a different animal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't get back anything you fuck up on.
What you said is what you said.
What
You gotta
said,
stand on
stand
that.
on that
Oh my God.
shit.
You gotta stand on
By
that.
the
I got
time
some
you said it,
moments,
someone
too.
already clipped it.
You gotta go back.
I got
He
some
was
moments.
wrong.
I know
Yeah.
when
He
I
never
make my
did.
millions, I'm getting canceled
Wait,
the first
he
week.
got Focus and Henny, and I got Qwana Tatted and Tequila. Remember?
Right, exactly.
Tequila and taco night.
One night I was drinking Henny on a podcast.
Beating me up.
That's
Oh
where
my
you fucked
God.
up. You're supposed to be drinking Douce.
It was the worst experience I had. I was screaming at people. I blocked somebody. Get him off the.
Get him off
Block
the
him.
set. Get him-
Somebody block him. They said you got to do it. I
He
said, oh.
went back to the old Focus.
I went back to the street focus, the thug focus, gangster focus, and I
man.
don't like that. I don't like that. So no more Henny. That's the rule for the podcast imposed on me.
See?
Now it's just water and high
That
level
must have been
conversation.
after you had me, because you offered me something. I forget what it was.
Listen.
It might have been clear.
Listen, man, don't tell everybody my secrets.
Yeah.
All right.
And then me on Tequila, my Tequila night, I just wasn't letting nobody talk. I was yelling at everybody.
Like Qwana.
I was aggressive.
Honestly, I'm getting feedback.
But you know, it's all good though. It's
That's the episodes I want to see.
yeah, that's the episodes you definitely.
See?
want.
The crazy thing is, I feel like those be the episodes that we be getting like couple hundred. Like we always get a couple hundred every every episode now,
Right,
but those be the ones that like everybody's tapped in.
Turn it up.
They want
People
the
be
ratchetness.
sharing.
They want the craziness.
They
Yeah.
want the ratchetness.
People
That's what they
thrive
want.
on that shit.
And I love it. You know, I've always been a public
hear.
speaker. Always been somebody who like, you know, using my oratorial skills. So I knew one day I had to, you know, find a platform where I could talk to the people. You know,
Right.
I was just blessed to be able to have this podcast, and it's really been a pivot and a transition for me because, you know, like I said, I'm an artist too. You know, I drop music and all this stuff like that. But, you know, I just got to a point where I want my legacy to be a little bit more than throwing parties and dropping you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a studied man. You know what I mean? Like, I study a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Read all of the scriptures, read mad history books. You feel me? Like, all I do is read. So it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I got to speak to the people too. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I just thank God I'm able to leave a legacy that's beyond just music and partying and bullshit. You know what I mean? So I'm blessed.
I fucks with it.
For sure.
I fucks
So
with
can
it.
you guys tell me a little bit about your podcast? Because I did tune into a couple episodes, but I didn't really.
Yeah.
The same way you asked about ours, I'm asking the same
Yeah.
question. Tell me what it's about. What do you guys
Would
cover?
you like to start?
Now, my overall theme is success learned from failure. So it's all about moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So like where most success podcasts will focus on the person that's already made it, I like to talk to the person that's grinding, that's making mistakes, that's learning from them, that's coming up. We've had people come on that been victims of domestic violence. We've had people in recovery. We've had a lot of local music artists because I'm a hip hop head. So I started the platform to promote a friend of mine, a rapper, Gil Thompson. Shout out to Gil Thompson. He was my first guest. And then I just kind of got addicted and started buying a little camera here or there. And then this mic ended up here. And like, now I'm at Reggaefest streaming live. So.
And I gotta give him a shout out too, because even our podcast, you don't know because you just come there with your pretty face and your pretty voice and ready to work. But the behind the scenes of it, he was a big part of. You know what I'm saying? By hooking me up with information, coming over there personally, hooking me up with webcams, all types of stuff like that. He literally, you know, he's a silent leg of the podcast, believe it or not. So I just gotta give him a shout out.
Hey,
you know?
that's what's up.
Shout you guys out all the time too.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
And he's a dedicated viewer. If we go down to one, it's him. So yeah.
No, I definitely
My
really
son out here
appreciate
recruiting
that.
people for the podcast.
Oh, that's your
I didn't
son?
mean to cut you
This is
off.
my son.
Yeah, he owed me $3. He just kicked my Sprite over.
It's not my fault.
It was on the floor.
It was on a walkway.
You're
supposed to say
That sounds like something he heard from you.
He did.
That sounds
He
like
even
something
tried to
he heard
offer
from
me a
you.
water. I ain't gonna lie. He said, "Let me get you a water real quick." Nah,
He could
cool
let me
dude.
thirsty. That's what's up, though.
Yeah, you cool.
said
dude.
it was
If you
all
want the $3, I got you.
But you got,
said,
you got a
"Okay."
big
I said, "Okay."
weekend. You got a
Yeah,
big
I'm
weekend.
actually hosting tonight at Main Gate, a phone party at Main Gate tonight.
Hey.
And then I am also hosting tomorrow night at Tipsy's. Every Sunday night at Tipsy's is Qwana Tatted night. It's been really good.
You got a night dedicated to you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I do. And I'll be getting
That's big
Sundays
shit.
lit. Sundays be lit. It's
Big
like
time.
literally the only place to go on a Sunday night.
That's it.
So, and the best
That's it.
place to
That's
go.
fire.
It's the
That's
best place to
fire.
go.
It's open
Yes.
till 2?
Yes, open to 2 every Sunday night.
That's crazy.
From 10 to 2 we're
That's
there.
typically
for
where me and
Tipsy's,
that's
too.
typically where me and the wife go anyway. Like when we go,
Tipsy's?
yeah, we go there.
I've been there when
we
it like
fucking-
first opened up, but I mean, I'm vanilla. I don't drink or nothing. I'm married.
We go out
like,
there, we have a couple drinks. We be
I
the
mean,
only.
just
We
because
act
you
like
married don't mean to stop living.
yeah. We act like we the only people
Well,
on the dance floor.
sometimes.
No, but it's just not something we do together. I don't mind being married and in the club or whatever. It's just it hasn't been my scene for a while. Like
Yeah,
even
understandable.
depends on what type of music do they play.
They play a little bit of
everything.
everything, honestly.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
They'll blend it up, and depending
Like,
on
if I
what the
dance-
DJ
And
is.
Sundays
dance,
is
I'll be
Sundays is
there.
throwback nights, honestly. So we play a lot of old school throwback
that's
music,
dope.
house
That'll
party
be dope.
music, and stuff like that.
Word.
Yeah, they
So
have
it's a good
DJs
mix
coming
on
there,
Sunday night.
reggae mixes, fucking Latin mixes in there. It's a nice blend, and then they have specific DJs that come out on certain days. So, you know what I mean, I like going like
Yeah,
when
DJ
Bez is
Shy
there or
is
something
with me
like
every
that.
Sunday,
DJ,
though.
I
He's
don't
with me
mind
there
going with
every
DJ Shy
Sunday.
there too.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Shy.
Yeah, shout out to
I've been
DJ
my brother
Shy.
for years. We was DJing together back
out
in
to
Jersey.
all the DJs in the
years
Valley.
and years ago. I mean,
Damn, how old are you, bro? You look like you about fucking 33.
I'm a little older than that. I'm
I'm
29.
I'm in.
I'm 29.
You're
but,
29?
how old do I look?
He wish
I
he
said
was
33.
29.
Well, there you go. That's what I am.
That's
then.
what I am.
How you gotta hit people nowadays? You know what I'm saying? How old are you? How old do I look? Well, there you go.
Yeah, no, that's the one I always fall back on.
But yeah, we DJing years and years ago back in Newark, Elizabeth, just Jersey, the college club scene. You know, that's why I first met bro. He was tearing it up back then, tearing it up now. So big shout out to DJ Shaw.
Big shout out. Big
definitely
shout out.
one of the best to ever do it.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Fucking.
Yeah, catch him.
What was it? My podcast, Dope Individuals Only, is about, essentially it's kind of the same thing. I used to be in public and people just start telling me all their business. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I got one of them faces or whatever, but they just start telling me shit I had no business knowing. Now I'm like, people feel really comfortable talking to me. So I'm like, maybe I start a podcast and share some of these stories. So now I have people come up from all walks of life, musicians, politicians, people that just got out of prison, and they tell a story, you know what I mean, and talk about like how they're gonna redeem themselves or where they're going from here and things like that. So yeah,
That's
good.
dope. I
That's
really, really
good.
like
That's
that.
fire.
I think one day I want to do like a documentary of myself, like just to like tell my story. I do want to do
that's
something
fine.
like
You gotta
that.
write a book.
Yeah, because like the crazy thing is like for me, like I'm like such this nice person now, and I was like a totally different person as a kid. Like, you know, I grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You know, I was in and out of jail as a kid in juvie, and then when I got 18, I was in and out of LCP. I was gangbanging. I did a lot of things that, you know, I was just lost. You know what I mean? I was trying to find my way. So it's like my story, I feel like my story is a very good story. And like, I think the reason why I'm where I'm at now is honestly because I decided I wanted to do something and I didn't give up. And I just didn't stop. And I think a lot of times in my life when I was younger, a lot of times we give up when it's not easy. You know what I mean? When people want to, let's say you want to sell shirts, you sell shirts for the first 2 months, so you're not really making money, so you quit.
Yeah.
That's a problem right there. This time, it took a year. It literally just passed my 1 year anniversary of me hosting and doing a nightlife, and I just got to a spot where I'm actually bringing out a decent crowd, a good crowd. I just got to the point where I have a good following and supporters. It took over a year for me to do this. I had events where nobody came, where nobody showed up, and it was just me pushing myself and just networking and talking to people and, you know, getting to know people. And the fact that I never gave up, that's what got me where I'm at today.
Yeah.
Keep going.
She's
Consistency.
you know, we was at her birthday last week. I gave her the cheers.
Yes.
You know, one adjective that I used to describe
Cancer
her
game.
was resilient. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, she been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Without going all the way into it, but she's probably been through a lot than most people you ever know been through. You know what I'm saying? And she found a way to prevail, come on the other side of that thing. You know, through all the scars, come on the other side successful and winning and great and loved. And
Yeah, man.
you know what I'm saying? Her grind and her consistency is ridiculous. Like I literally, you know, I started working with her at my brunches maybe like year and a half ago. And you know, she said to me then, like, look, I want to go out here. And she was just a bottle girl. She was like, man, I want to go out here and just be the biggest. And I watched her in 1 year literally become the biggest female socialite.
And
I would say
the
that's
valley.
that's fast. A year is
Yeah,
fast.
and then-
You're like it took
Imagine
me a
5.
whole
Yeah.
year. I'm like,
imagine
Ridiculous.
5.
when
Ridiculous.
you posted that it's been a year, I was like, that's crazy. Like if I had to throw a number out there, I'd say 5 to 7, just because there's certain stuff that takes a while. Like you gotta fail and figure stuff out. There's still stuff you're gonna learn, but
Yeah.
that's wild. I mean,
Yeah, people ask me all the time, like, well, how did you get into it? And I'm like, I woke up one day and I realized, like, for me, I've always been a social person. You know what I mean? I've always loved socializing with people. I've always been very outgoing. I'm not really shy. You know what I mean? I can talk in front of 1,000 people, you know what I mean, with no problem. So, like, I just told myself one day I wanted to be a host. And, you know, I called a couple people that I knew in the community. I called Nani up and I asked him, I said, yo, Nani, like, you know, I want to be a host. What do I got to do to be a host? He said, you got to be popular. He said, you got to be popular. You got to socialize. You got to do this. And I just did it. And I just started meeting. I met Focus. I met Mitchell from Movements Move Media. I met Alice Cruz from Cruise Control.
Big shout out to big shout out to Cruz.
I can't
I
even
gotta
like
get connected to him. He's
yeah,
on my
where
list.
where I'm at now, like there's so many people that are part of the reason where I'm at today. But the thing is, I'm very big on supporting everybody because I know what it's like to have no support. You know what I mean? So I support everybody, and I think that's the reason why I'm where I'm at too, is because I support people without wanting something in return. I support them because I really want to see them win. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel you.
I can imagine in 5 years where I'll be though. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
That's a lot of growth, man.
And you
It's a
know, when
whole
she
lot of growth.
says you got to be popular, I don't want people to think that if you're not popular, you can't do it. You can gain your popularity through the grind.
Yes,
through the
that's
struggle.
what happened with me.
Yeah, I would say you got to be consistent. You got to be willing to network. You got to be supportive. You got to not hate. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of be outside. You got to
Yeah,
be
you gotta
in the
put
mix,
yourself in
you
the
know what I mean?
spaces, yeah.
So you got a lot of people who just weren't blessed with that particular, popularity gene or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like, but that don't mean you can't go out here and still be successful. That you can't go out here and work your way into a level of popularity. We grown ups. This ain't high school.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all
you
about
want popular,
networking is
that's it. You're not
everything.
popular. Like,
You come up, you introduce yourself to people,
Right.
exchange information, and you build on that.
networking.
Well, if
Networking.
there's nothing in your city going on that people are into that you could do to stand out there, the internet can connect you to so many niche groups.
You,
know what I mean?
you can find your tribe on social media.
Yeah.
You know, between Discord communities, you could get a lot of people together and gain popularity in some other way. I mean, I'm a in-person meet with you. That's why I don't do the video podcast. Everything I do is like in the studio or like this, where we can all sit and connect. That's the experience I'm trying to create. People just listening in, they could be washing their dishes, running, whatever, but they're like, they might not even see us. They might not be on the live. This is going to be re-put out as an episode.
Yeah.
And it's like a theater of the mind. I don't know. I got into podcasting because I have a few that I connect with like that. And I'm like, look, I don't even need thousands of followers and sponsorships. Like, this is a hobby that got me some crazy editing skills. I didn't know how to do this stuff a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Word.
Like,
Hard work.
The skills you build along the way is nuts. And you might find something else. Like, you might be like, yo, I started this, but I'm more into this shit than I am that.
yeah, and it was all good. At least I thought something positive every week about like success, and like I'm not stuck in failure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's easy
That's
to have
it.
a negative podcast. You could blow up quick. Like, just start talking shit.
Talking bad
Just start
bullshit.
talking shit. You will blow up.
That's us.
Giving us some pointers.
Nah,
Talk
y'all,
shit. Nah,
Y'all are good. Y'all have me locked in for 2 or 3, 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like when you go the whole time, it's
How long do you guys run for?
we
from
go from 9 to 11, but Qwana is always got to get her makeup on and to put her kids to sleep. So she be pulling up at like 9:30. So then next it's 12 o'clock when we still going.
Okay, listen, guys. So listen, I'm just
at
gonna,
like 7.
I'm just gonna say this really quick. I am very professional, okay, but Focus knows that I am a single mom.
That's because y'all like family, huh? That's
yes,
what it is.
And originally the podcast was actually at 8 p.m., but I had him push it back to 9.
Yeah.
And
Because
still be late.
listen,
You picked the time.
and because the thing is, if the kids ain't good at home, I can't go nowhere. I always want to
know,
make sure
yep,
home is good,
yep,
kids are
yep.
situated. And then before they had school, now they got summer camp. So, I got to make sure they're in their beds and they ready for summer camp in the morning. You know how that goes.
She a good mom. She do what she
Yeah,
do.
at the end of the day, above everything that I do, it's so funny because, like, people see me and they see Qwana Tatted. Like, they see somebody who's partying, who's outside, and they think I'm just this turned up person, but they don't know that I'm literally from Monday through Friday, even on the weekends, like doctor's appointments, basketball practice, summer camp, movie nights, karaoke night with my kids. Like, everything that I do is for my kids. Like, every single thing that I do is for my kids. So, I'm a mom, but they don't see that part.
Building a brand, which is hard as shit to build a
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to be popular is one thing. To build a brand is something
It's
totally
something
different.
And you don't need. I mean, eventually you do need popularity in the sense of a lot of people are.
But the
knowing
thing is,
familiarity,
popularity,
but
when
you
I say
don't need
popularity,
it.
I mean to be known.
Yeah, like familiar. Like,
Yeah.
I know who you were, even though we've never said a word. We've been in the same room and we've never spoken to each other. But I know exactly who you are. You say Qwana Tatted is like hosting that Tipsy. I know exactly who they're referring to. So
I think it was
You know what I mean?
So I will put it
It's
up
the
like
same
this:
with me.
you don't need to be known, you need to get known. And I only say that because I don't want people to think that if you're not known, you can't do it.
Yeah.
You can get known. You feel me? Like it's not a prerequisite, is what I'm saying. It's something that you gain along the way
Yeah.
with networking and growing. The goal is, she's right, is to be popular in the end. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a prerequisite to doing what you need to do. You know what I mean? Get
How
your
do you
ass
feel
out
that
there.
reputation plays into that? Like, would you rather have like a great reputation and a small following? Would you rather have? I know you don't got to choose one or the other, but
I mean,
for
me
the sake of
personally,
conversation,
I think you know your reputation. It's a duality there, okay? Because you should always strive to have a great reputation. However,
Agreed.
your reputation can be tarnished by rumors, untrue facts, hate. So it's not as if you're even fully in control of your reputation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you want to get out there and grind and try to have a great reputation and if it's up to you, you do everything you can to make your reputation sound and solid, but it's something you're not in control of. So it's not the end all and the be all. You
I
understand
think
what I'm saying?
I agree with you, but then I kind of don't. Only because
Uh-oh,
like I
we on the
feel like
podcast. Here we go.
yeah, you know. But
We
I just
gotta
say
argue.
the only reason why I don't, okay, because like I had like they be starting them little stupid pages on Facebook, and little creeping in the ABE, expose all these little dumb pages that they be trying, put people down on it. A whole bunch of negativity on the page. I feel like when you do build a solid reputation, it's harder to bring down. So
Absolutely.
somebody
Agreed.
had put me on the page and said something crazy about me. And when I mean there was hundreds of people on there that were like, we know that ain't true. Like, that's not her. Like, she would never like,
Exactly,
they
yeah.
in here, they reaching. You get what I'm saying? So I do think that it is possible for anybody's reputation to get destroyed and tarnished by rumors. But I do think that if you're a solid person, those who know you're a solid person, I'm not worried
come
about the
to your
people.
aid.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
worried about the people that would even entertain the bullshit. Because the people that know my real reputation and who I am is not even going to entertain it whatsoever.
See,
you
but
know
the
what I
thing
mean?
about it is,
Let's go.
I see how you guys
the
do
thing
this.
about it is, the bigger you get, the more haters you have.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
although she's right in the sense that it'll be harder to bring your reputation down,
You got
I
more people
disagree in the
attempting
fact
There's a
at
lot
it.
that-
more rumors about me.
well, no, what I'm saying is, you're right that it's harder to bring the reputation down, but you have to factor in the fact that there's that many people working harder to bring your reputation down.
Yeah.
I agree.
There's a lot of people who are going out their way. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, we talk about being popular, having a good reputation.
Hello.
If you have bad business dealings with somebody else who's popular, 2 or 3 other people who's popular, look at Drake. Drake is going against Kendrick Lamar, Future, Rick Ross, Kanye West, A$AP Rocky, Metro Boomin. Okay, so it might look like Kendrick versus Drake, but it's really Drake versus all the rest of them too.
It's the main man right
So that
here.
means-
Didn't mean
Yes,
to
the man
interrupt you.
made it all
Okay.
possible.
Yes.
So that means all of them and all their fan bases are working harder to bring Drake down. So yes, it's harder to tarnish Drake's reputation, but that don't mean it's untarnishable.
Yeah.
They could tarnish Drake. Drake, you ain't got a shot. If they could bring Drake down
I don't
with
know.
2 diss records in one summer,
Listen. They gonna have people yelling, "Wah wah 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 wah" all year for the rest of at least for the rest of the summer. That's all you're gonna hear.
I'm Team Drake, just
A
to let you know.
minor.
I mean, Drake gained fans off the whole thing too. It's hard to believe that not
It's hard
everybody
to
in
find
the
somebody
world.
who's not a Drake fan at this point. It's
That's-
probably harder to find somebody who doesn't fuck with him than somebody who does fuck with him.
But this was covered in USA Today. You know how many people don't listen? There's plenty of people that just don't listen to rap or hip hop culture at all. And this was on their radar. Like, it's
Yeah, I agree.
Drake lost to Pusha T, and we heard nothing about it. This
disagree.
dude could flick it.
I don't think he
What?
lost to Pusha T. I think Drake 3-1.
You think
I think
he
he
won?
beat-
Who'd
I
he
think
lose
I
to?
respect the fact
Who'd
that he
lose
gets
to?
in the
He
ring,
beat
but
Meek
I don't know.
Mills. He beat Common. He beat Common. He beat Meek Mills.
Common.
Yeah,
That
y'all
was
remember
that?
that's an
Know about
old. My
That's
man
old.
dug.
Yeah,
You dug in the
I
back
dug
back
in
with
that.
that one.
He beat Common. He beat Meek Mills.
He
And in
got
my
Meek.
eyes, he beat Pusha T.
Nah, he didn't. He lost to Pusha.
I disagree.
Nah.
I
Pusha
listened to
changed
those
his life.
tracks.
Pusha
I
changed
listened to
his
those
life.
tracks back to back, and I listen like lyrically, Drake's joint was
Give
better.
feedback.
In fact, about it, I think lyrically,
That beat was hard.
I think lyrically Drake was outbeat Kendrick for the most part until You're Not Like Us.
He created a bop, man.
Not
You
Like
can't-
Us is what killed.
look.
That's what finished Drake off. You feel me? It's Not Like Us in that battle. It's only in that battle. So he 3-1 in my
But
eyes.
we'll compare it. So Drake, he was winning the battle. Kendrick comes with Not Like Us. Drake's reputation was to the point that we're like, Yo, we would
Euphoria
have
was
heard
hard,
about this
too.
pedophilia stuff before. Like, it was.
We didn't
it
hear about
was-
his son either.
I mean,
Motherfucker got a son.
that's a lot. That's a
different.
lot easier to hide, though.
Yeah,
that's
and-
a lot easier
and
to
he
hide.
don't
than
have to
anything
tell you
else.
about it.
I don't know.
Unless-
I can keep my private life private.
Yeah,
I don't have to
deserves
have
that.
a son and be like,
He's
look,
a-
everybody.
yeah,
has a
he
son.
deserves
I'm
that.
not hiding him because I'm.
Especially at where he's at, he doesn't have to. Like, you know what I mean? There's
Right.
a reason why they be wanting to keep their kids private.
What did he say? He said the best. I wasn't hiding my kid from the world.
I was hiding the world
from my kid.
I thought that he did. He say that about the kid?
That was what he said to
He said
push
about
it.
the kid.
That's
Oh.
in a response.
I saw them flip that. Got some food. That's what's up, man.
I'm
That's
starving,
what's up.
bro. I'm starving,
But no,
Marvin.
it's like you that popularity, that fact you can't win. Like, I don't know if Not Like Us just got played out, just played so much, but like it was a moment at the time, just like the Adidon line was a moment at the time. It's that
I wasn't really like impressed. Like, oh, you got a son, okay?
I got Drake 2 and 2. I'll stand on that. I got
yeah, I
Drake 2
think
and
that's
2.
it. I don't know if I remember
He
everything.
did. I don't think. I think Drake's biggest problem why he can't win this one against Kendrick is because
Oh, no, that's
he's
over.
he's
It's over.
fighting. He was fighting too many people at once.
Right.
And Kendrick's only focus was this nigga.
This is why, I don't respect J. Cole.
J. Cole should have stayed.
I don't
I
respect J.
really
Cole.
wanted to
Yeah.
see it.
Drake going against 8 people, you going to bow out and make him go by himself? I never respect you again.
What, he was supposed to
Period.
team up with Drake? He was
He
supposed, they were
already
supposed to be
did.
Iron Man and Captain America?
He agreed it was
Yeah.
a big three.
That's what he's saying. It's supposed to be Batman and Robin.
My nigga, you supposed to be my man.
I guess so.
And you-
I
and your
guess
name
they got
I
they
guess
got records
that-
together.
That one first
Bruh,
versus
if Kendrick had to focus on him and Cole, he wouldn't have been able to come out with as many bars. But Kendrick can have laser focus on Drake, while Drake got to go against 10 people and 2 producers, and his only backup bounce on him. Nah, bro. Kendrick, cause of Not Like Us, but Drake right here, cause of just the feat he had to go into. Think about this.
I respect the fact that he didn't.
I don't know.
bow
I'm
out,
not
but-
really a Drake fan, anyways. Like, I like certain
found
one of his.
one.
I like some of his songs, but I'm not like, oh, Drake.
I
Like,
guess Lil Durk. You like Lil Durk?
yes.
Yeah.
She said yes.
It's always like that,
I
bro.
like,
For some
yeah.
reason.
I be liking like the more, like Drake to me, he ain't like,
too
he
soft.
not, yeah.
He's soft, but yeah, he
He's not,
battled.
nah, he's
battled
cool
rappers.
though.
He scrapped.
I'm just saying,
He scrapped.
preferably why, like
he battled niggas that
personality-wise,
can really
like,
rap.
My nigga.
I
he's
respect
not really,
it.
I don't know,
I
my
respect
cup of
it.
tea, but I like his music though. He has good music. I think he's, from what I've heard, he
Nah,
seems like a
stand on
cool
it, stand on
It's a
person.
mass appeal.
Stand
He's
on it.
alright.
It's a mass appeal thing.
Stand on it.
He's just not my fave. Like, people be stuck on
I don't
Drake.
have those I don't like you as a person conversations because I don't know these niggas.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going off of music alone.
Music.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm going off of. Do you got hits? Do you got bops? This man is the artist of the decade. This man got 150 million to Kendrick's
can
35
you count that?
million.
Can you count that in this?
48 plat. Yes.
The reputation.
You can't
it's
count
there.
this.
You can't discount the reputation. But for this thing here, this microcosm of what's going on, nah, he took a L.
He took an L, but like I said, Kendrick disqualified. Cause your ass had to go with 10 rappers on one. And
It's a
they
lot.
strategically put all of the records out at the same time. Let's look at like BBL Drizzy, right? Rick Ross came up with it. Metro made it into a beat. It was actually Willonius who made the beat, but Metro getting credit for it, right? But somehow Kendrick is convoluted in some way getting credit for BBL Drizzy. Like we still kind of give that
they're
to
giving that
Kendrick.
to him?
Yeah.
Yes,
made
like
it
if you look at the
popular?
comments.
Nah, I thought the argument could be made that Metro won the whole thing, man. He came up with
When you look at the
he had a
comments-
moment. You got like nowadays, it's about the moments. It's not about the whole war. Like it's this weird thing where you
Nah,
can
I
just a
agree. It's
battle,
definitely
just a
about the
battle.
you
moment.
could win the battle. That's it. If you're more memeable, and Drake was the guy that knew this first.
Which is why,
Like he was the
got
one that
easy
opened
dubs in
that
the
battle
beginning.
against
Yeah.
like Twitter fingers or whatever with
with Meek Mill. Yeah.
But so what else you guys got going on? Because we going forever about the
Oh yeah.
Drake Kendrick.
And we already killed it on
We
the
got
podcast.
Fusion Festival.
We got to the point where she wasn't beating no more. She's like, I'm tired of talking about this Drake shit.
Yeah, man. Nah, I
We're not
appreciate
bringing
you.
it up no more.
I appreciate you taking time to come on here then, especially after, because it takes stamina. Like it takes.
Oh yeah.
Is
Especially when you were just running your own.
Yeah,
You
and we had
just
fun
doing
too.
his
That
own
joint was
thing.
lit.
Nah, we definitely did have fun. I had to go to two
I've been
stores
talked
for a
out before.
stick.
I definitely have been talked out before
But
after a
it worked.
podcast.
Nah, it did. It turned out
definitely
good.
worked. It definitely worked. But yeah, we so we have Fusion Festival coming up on July 27th. That'll be our next big festival out in Eastern PA, Riverside Park. Got
Be
about
there.
100 vendors. It's gonna
this
be
a-
big like
this
this.
a big event.
Yeah, it's a big event.
Holy shit.
So yeah, we're gonna my brother, we're gonna have it lit out there. We got all types of stuff. We got Caribbean hour with Quick Draw. They got bringing the Caribbean dancers out there. We got a drummer battle. I got 7 or 8 drummers coming up, and they going
Some
Oh,
I
my
saw you
shit.
posted about that you
Yeah.
said you were looking for drummers or
right.
something.
So we having a drummer battle, which is I think is gonna be dope. Nobody
Doing no
nobody
shit
did
like
no
that.
shit like that.
That's fire.
That's gonna be fire. Like, you feel me? We got the Proven Magic Talent Hour, and then we have an R&B showcase competition, all singers. I got some of the best vocalists coming up, hitting on the singing tip, and then we got a nice fashion show as well, and we got a lot of different performers coming through, a lot of DJs, and we're just trying to give them a good show. That is July 27th, and then it's also July 28th at Palmer Mall though. We got the mall, nice big store in the mall that we do our fashion shows at. That'll be day 2 at the mall Fusion Festival. So yeah, that's dope. And then we also have yacht parties coming up. July 27th, we got a yacht party. August 23rd.
I heard about the yacht party.
Yeah.
On one of them.
yeah.
I'm hosting
Yeah,
the
good.
August
That's
23rd.
She's
how I know.
hosting August 23rd. Yep. The 27th, she booked. She got some other thing to do out in somewhere.
Yeah, I got an event in Reading, PA.
In Reading.
First time hosting.
Yeah.